Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the bottom, hopefully, but how much money I've lost. Lost a lot of money, millions and millions of dollars, right? I made a couple of mistakes, right? Didn't listen to my own advice, right? And we're going to talk about that in today's episode, right? When you see a trade, you got to make it, right? Every single time, especially if you want to be a full-time trader, and that's the thing. Right, when you see the trade, you gotta take it, right, every single time, or else you're going to you're gonna miss out or even lose money. So, yeah, I lost a lot of money because I didn't make a trade that I said I was going to make, and I didn't do it. I'm gonna tell you what that trade is in today's episode. So make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and you'll find out how I've lost millions and millions of dollars. And I'm like, alrighty. So let's go over to let's see what's going on. If you're in my if you've been watching any of my videos, right? Any of the videos that I've done for other people, right? I've mentioned over and over again that 21K is where we are going to see Bitcoin go to. Many times, whether it's in a private video or a video that I did an interview with people, whatever it is, right? I've mentioned it lots of times. 21K is where we're going to. Okay, so and here it is, right? So this is a nice tradable bottom, possible, unfortunately. The reason why I say possible bottom is because of the volume. The volume is stinky. The weekly volume is not as high or higher than this. This is not a good sign. Not at all. It is horrible. It's wretched. I can't believe it's happening. Right? But that's the way it is, right? We have not a good bottom here, and that would mean that we could see further lows because of the low volume. I know you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. But yeah, this is definitely should be a bottom here, because one, Bitcoin never closes a weekly candle below the 200 weekly moving average. So even if we make a trade here and we're wrong, we should make another long trade every single time it goes lower, because there will be a turnaround point in Bitcoin. That's just rapid, because we've gone too far, too fast, basically. If we take a look at this on a larger time frame, which is just too far, too fast, right? If we go to a 2-week scale, or let's go to a monthly scale. Yeah, we're too far, too fast on a monthly scale. And yeah, you could say, well, wait a second, it could go past the lower Bollinger Band. Well, that would be the first time. If it were to break below the monthly Bollinger Band, that would be a first for Bitcoin. All right, so unlikely that's the scenario that a Bitcoin is going to break all the way down to the, it's a possibility to the 12,000, which is 88.6, which is still not impossible. It's just improbable. What's more likely is that we come down to the 17, 18K ish area right about here, and then bounce if we do not hold 21K this week, right? If there's further downside, it's going to be absolutely chaotic. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see. So what's a trade here? What's a trade? So what we go down to the hourly, right? I'm going to pull up my. I'm going to say that this trade is the classic Hail Mary trade that we want to take here. Little bit concerned that the Hail Mary might not give you the buy entry. That's my only concern. It might be stopping here at 61.8 because it's right where there's support here, where you can see if we go down to the lower time frames, it does respect these supports and resistance, which I drew out from way before it even got here. And you can see that it's respecting it majorly, right? So you know that they have some significance here on the shorter time frame. So with that said, you have to like consider the fact that, hey, you know what, there might be a bounce here that it might not break down to the 78.6. But should you get down to the 78.6, this is where we're going to make a trade, and that price that we're making the trade at is 21,345, right? Where we take a stop loss at the 20,816. You just walk away, and then we'll reset and replan the next trade after that. You just have to accept it, right? We've already this is closer to the bottom than it is to the top, so you have to look for long trades at this point. But there's no guarantees that hey, you know what, you're going to hit the bottom on this trade. Okay, let's take a look at what the Rockin brainer is saying, because it likes to work very well on what's it called, trending markets. This is on a lower time frame, so we're going to have to go to a higher time frame to see how this thing is playing out, right? As you can see, right, it did a nice buy signal for you, and yes, you could have made a little bit of money there, and now it's got the sell signal clearly. Now that so you can see on the trending markets, right? If you ignore most of the buy signals, you can pretty much you can hit the sell and make money, because hey, you know what, the trends are friend to the end. And if you're interested in the Rockin brainer, you could head over to payments.rockinbrainer.io to get your subscription. Okay. Also, if you want to be a part of the group, you can do so by owning some DJ15 tokens, right? Make sure that you head over to DaVinci-J15.com, check out our referrals page, check out the DJ15 token. It's really appreciated. Okay, now let's do some Ethereum analysis. Again, we've seen on the lower time frames, we're respecting some of the support and resistance zones that I've been drawn out a little while ago, and you can see there it is, right? You can see, boom, whoop, there it is. It's holding it. We are breaking down again on this. Let's take a look at you know what? I forgot to take a look at the divergence and see if we have any kind of divergence to help us feel out whether or not this 88.6 is a good buy zone. But you know what, the risk to reward is worthwhile to let's hit the Hail Mary trade and see what happens and stop loss it, right? So the Hail Mary trade on the Ethereum is to buy it at $1,113 and stop loss it at there, what does it say there, $1,075 right there. Okay, so with that said, let's go to the higher time frames and see if we can see any kind of divergence to indicate, hey, you know what? I think this thing has overextended, and we should due for a reversal. And yeah, there is, and there isn't. So yeah, it's not so good. That's not so good, right? We can see that. There is like positive signs that this thing is reversing here with the brainwaves from Rockin brainer, right? You can see it. There is a possibility of reversal here, but on the RSI, it's just like the RSI saying, yeah, not quite yet. Let's take a look at that on Bitcoin, right? Because we didn't look at that on Bitcoin. So let's take a look at whether or not on the 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. So the RSI, the RSI has a clear divergence that has been confirmed. So yeah, if you don't see it, you can see that it is not even a hidden divergence. It is an actual divergence, right? You can see right here, right, from here to there, and from here to there, right? and the confirmation came in right at, boom, it was confirmed. So it got confirmed with this candlestick here. So positive signs, some green shoots happening on the hourly, at least, of the of Bitcoin. And let's see on the 4 hour, yeah, nothing yet, nothing yet. So maybe we're gonna get a little pump on the hourly basis, maybe, and then roll back over and hit the lows again. So don't, if you're gonna take this any kind of trades here, make sure that you take profits sooner rather than later. Don't expect to wait for this thing to go, oh, moon, because it's not. Okay. Alrighty. Let's head over to the Bitcoin, the bubbles, man. Wow, I'm shocked. Right? Usually Bitcoin, when Bitcoin dumps, the alts do not do well. For the first time ever, the Bitcoin dumps and the alts are actually doing well, which is kind of strange. We can see that in the dominance, right? With the dominance rolling back. I know I said that it was going to, in many videos, I said it was going to come back. There is a possibility for coming back at the, to the, what was it, the 45.7 mark, and yes, we are almost there. So pretty impressive that it's back here so quickly. I expected it to be there floating around the top of the 47 range for a while. Bouncing off of here is what I expected, but it did not. It just broke down, which is quite a surprise. Quite a surprise. So yeah, if you're trading, if you're looking for, you're hunting some alts, you probably saw this happening. There must have been some evidence clearly in the alts that this was happening. Not so much there was a little bit of a divergence here, but there was not enough to indicate, hey, this divergence is going to pan out to be something major. So probably you probably saw, if you were looking at the alts and looking closely at each one of them, this was showing up in a lot of the data and the indicators and stuff like that this was going to happen. So I missed that myself. All right, so as for my losses, how I lost money, I remember telling you guys, I don't know if I remember telling everyone, but up around here I was saying it's time to get out of your Ethereum and move it into Bitcoin. And I was supposed to do it myself, and I did not. And so, Ethereum, right, has been reversing. I was saying that around this level here, I said maybe you can get a little bit of a pop, but not much. So don't expect much. And then there it was, right? Wow, that would have been an easy conversion for me, and I didn't take it. And a little bit disappointed. A lot of volume there, a lot of people dropping out, and there's, unfortunately, it seems to be more to go. More rain on this parade before we see the end of that movement. Don't expect this thing to turn here. There doesn't seem to be a clear bottom here. We might pause a little bit because we're far away from the moving averages, but don't expect much. Right? I think Bitcoin is going to outperform Ethereum for a while before we see Ethereum outperform Bitcoin again. Unfortunately, yes. And that's another way, other than the price dump, that I've lost quite millions of dollars. So on top of the fact that I, did not make my trade, right? I lost a lot of money because I didn't make another trade, which was, I lost a lot of money because the price dumped. So millions. It hurts a lot, man. Oh no. Oof. It's been a rough one, but you know what? We'll get through this, right? How am I going to get through this? Well, there is a new DeFi, well, not DeFi, cryptocurrency that came out, right? It's called work to earn. you basically, it's a new style, right? Where you have to go back to a job and you work. You work. So maybe McDonald's, maybe they're hiring. Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you. Remember, Bitcoin's real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. And make sure you check out my rant in the next episode. Cheers.